Hey guys, welcome back to Critical Flick. Today I'm reviewing Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. So this is the 7th installment in the Mission Impossible franchise, and I really feel like these films have just really hit a stride and gotten better and better. They're really top-notch and top of their class when it comes to action films, and this movie is definitely no exception to that. In this movie, we see Ethan Hunt trying to take down an AI that is spreading throughout the world. The main villain of this film really is that AI entity. There is kind of like a puppet that's involved in it. His name is Gabriel. I think he gives a solid performance, but I like the idea of this kind of ominous, ever-knowing presence that's constantly tracking and watching them. And it feels very timely. Obviously, we have AI in the news. This is a very different beast than kind of ChatGPT, but I do like that it feels timely. It feels like the kind of scariest progression we could get into with this AI timeline. Obviously, like all the other Mission Impossible films, it has incredible set pieces. As you've seen in the previews, the set pieces taking place in the Austrian countryside when Tom Cruise is launching off a mountain, it just looks incredible. The fact that they're able to work in practical stunts and some pretty solid CGI makes a really fun time. I will say I feel like the stakes of this film in particular feel a little less than the past two films, with it being kind of like the end of the world with those movies. I did like the fact that while this is a part one, it does have a pretty definitive ending for the most part. Obviously, it leaves open for the next film, but it feels like more of a soft ending than something like Infinity War did, where it just leaves you cliffhanger and it's not really a complete movie. I thought Haley Atwell was a great addition to the cast. She fits in seamlessly, and I kind of like that she's a character that's not from this world. She's more of kind of a thief or a world-renowned criminal. She's not a spy and into the espionage world, so her getting thrown into it adds kind of some levity at times because she's not a super agent. She's like kind of a normal person at times. I think her chemistry with the existing cast worked really well. This movie really dives into, like the past few films, Ethan Hunt's relationships with his crew and with those around him, and his struggle to save the world but also save the people that he loves. The score from this film really adds on to the action. I feel like these movies have really hit a perfect note when it comes to mixing a really well-composed score and some really adrenaline-filled action scenes. I saw the film in IMAX, so obviously the screen, the booming sounds, everything really immerses you into this story. Tom Cruise definitely knows how to make a film that makes you go to the theaters, and this movie's definitely one of those. I'm really excited to see how they wrap up this series. It really feels like it's setting it up for a great crescendo to send this off into the sunset. As far as where it ranks with the Mission Impossible films, I feel like it's definitely in the top, 3 or 4 for me. I don't know if it's my favorite one. I know a lot of people, it's kind of their favorite one, but I really love Fallout. I really love Rogue Nation, but it's right up there. On a technical level, it's just as good. The acting's just as good. And I feel like it might come down to like a personal preference of maybe some of the supporting actors you like, or the kind of the filming locations. And speaking of filming locations, like all Mission Impossible films, we're jumping across all around the globe. We're in, the UAE, we're in Austria, we're in Italy. We go everywhere in this movie, and it all looks great. The overall set design, the overall cinematography, and these really, exotic locations, it just works perfectly for a really fun action film. So if I were to rate this movie, I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. One of, if not the best films that I've seen this year. I'm really excited to see what we have for the rest of this year coming up, but it's going to be hard to top this one. Like Maverick last year, it's just a perfect cinema movie. It's a great movie to see in IMAX and get back out there and just have a great time. So again, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and let me know where it ranks in the Mission Impossible films for you. Did you like it as much as me? Did you like it a little bit less? And again, thanks for watching.